Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. The Pistons are a very underrated team because of the offseason they just put up. The moves they made, which they went ahead and traded for Monte Morris. They also went ahead, accepted Alec Burks as team option. They also went ahead and traded for Joe Harris, and they extended Isaiah Stewart to a 5-year deal, which is pretty nice. But in the draft, they went ahead and selected Asar Thompson and Marcus Sasser, but they did go ahead and waive R.J. Hampton, which I'm gonna go ahead and do. So we're waiving R.J. Hampton like they did in real life, which that opens up a spot for Marcus Sasser and Alec Burks. So as you can tell, the Pistons are a very, very good team. The team that they have right now is Cade Cunningham, Monte Morris. They also got Killian Hayes down here, Jay Ivey, Alec Burks, Marcus Sasser. They got Bojan Bogdanovic, Asar Thompson, Joe Harris, Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart, and Jalen Duren and James Wiseman. So if you look at our rotation right now, it is Cade Cunningham, Jay Ivey. They want to start Asar Thompson right away, which I would do. So I'm going to go and start Bojan Bogdanovic for now. I'm thinking about trading Bojan Bogdanovic at the deadline, which I might actually do that. So I'm gonna give Asar Thompson less minutes. I'm gonna give Bojan Bogdanovic at least 24, 25 minutes. So we're on something like that. So it'll be Cade Cunningham, Jay Ivey, Bojan Bogdanovic, Marvin Bagley. I'm actually gonna start Jalen Duren over James Wiseman. And we'll have Asar Thompson, Monte Morris, Isaiah Stewart, and then Alec Burks as your rotation with Killian Hayes as a rotation, which his minutes will open up eventually. And I think we all know Killian Hayes isn't the best player as well as consistency, but hopefully we can turn him into a good rotational piece. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline to hopefully trade Bojan Bogdanovic. Player retirements: LeBron James retired, as well as Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Thaddeus Young, as well as these other guys are retiring, which is sad to see. I guess this is where it is, but going into the draft lottery here, we should have a lottery pick in the draft, or else I'm not quite sure. And I'll have to see if we do or not have a pick in the draft. Did some research on that pick, and it looks like we have the number 1 overall pick, because that number 1 overall pick via Detroit is not their pick at all. That's not the case. That is our pick. We get the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Even though we do have the number 1 overall pick, I still want to trade Bojan Bogdanovic. So we're going to trade Bojan Bogdanovic now. Don't know what we can get for Bogdanovic. I want at least 1 first-round pick for him. So don't know if we can get that, but I'll at least have 1 first-round pick, even if it's not in this draft. To the Philadelphia 76ers for 2 first-round picks. Actually, they offered me 2 first-round picks. I'll take a W for Bojan Bogdanovic. So I think that was a great trade for us. We walk away, we get our Bojan contract, and we get 2 first-round picks. So I think that was a decent trade. That officially opens up a spot for Asar Thompson, which I'm gonna have to find a different mentor for him. I don't know who that will be, but we'll figure that out in free agency. But now let's hop into the draft here. There's a couple players I want to get actually. So in the draft, we got the number 1 overall pick. It just decides. So let's see who we're going to draft here. So Ian Jackson, DJ Wagner, Matt Buzelis, Aaron Bradshaw. There's a lot of good options. I think our team is already kind of set. I don't think we need much of anything, really. We got, like, our whole team kind of figured out, like what we want to do for our future. We got Isaiah Stewart here, but I'm not going to trade the pick. No way. I'm going to go ahead and draft something. So, like, we got Ian Jackson, DJ Wagner. We could add some bench pieces here. We can get Isaiah Coley. We can get DJ Wagner for, like, a bench pieces, I guess. But I want to draft a starter here. You can call me wrong for this, but I'm going for Xavier Booker. We're not going for the number 1 guy in the draft. I mean, I could take Ron Holland necessarily to be a backup small forward, but he might develop more than Asar Thompson. I'm not going to do that because I really want Asar Thompson to eventually be a great starting small forward for us. So I'm going to go and take Xavier Booker here. This might be a little crazy to do. I'm going to do it. We're drafting Xavier Booker because we all know how good he drafted when we all know how good he is when I drafted him the last time. So welcome to the team, Xavier Booker for our number 1 overall pick. We also got pick 28, which I'll go ahead and draft the small forward like I want it to. So small forward is available. Dylan Mitchell is a good option. Just give me Dylan Mitchell, I guess, for pick 28 in the draft, and that'll be my draft here. So we walk away with Xavier Booker and Dylan Mitchell. I don't know why they paid Xavier Booker and Dylan Mitchell that much money, but I'm going to lower it that later, and that does make Marvin Bagley more expendable, but do we just want to get rid of him now? I mean, he has really lived up to the potential, so I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to go and skip the team player. So I'm going to accept these 3, obviously. They're like the main core of our team at the moment. Qualifying offers: Isaiah Leavers, James Wiseman, Killian Hayes. $70 million for the both of these guys is kind of insane. I don't know if we can extend those qualifying qualifying offer, so I'm gonna not extend them. I mean, we might need him back, but I'm not gonna extend them. 70 million, just a complete overpay. But 22 our bird rights here. James Wiseman, Monte Morris, and then Joe Harris. So James Wiseman is getting an offer from the. I mean, don't remember giving him that. So look at that disqualifying offer that I didn't extend. Killian Hayes isn't interested in negotiating with us. That is fine, to be honest. Not the great player that you would want. I mean, did he do good last season? How was his field goal? I mean, no, we didn't even play actually. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna probably bring back Monte Morris to be our backup point guard because we don't really have any other options as Killian Hayes isn't interested in negotiating with us. So I'm gonna bring back Monte Morris like a 1+1 $10 million deal, and then we'll see what we work out with the other guys. Joe Harris only asking for a minimum, so I don't know because it's gonna make me run. We can't even bring these guys back actually because $70 million qualifying offer just insane. Don't know who gave that to them, but Alec Burks I'm gonna actually renounce the rights to, as well as Joe Harris and Killian Hayes, because he's not interested in negotiating with us. So, but I'm not gonna straight up renounce James Wiseman because I would like to have him back as our backup center though. So I might just give him. He's asking for 19 million. That's the problem. Killian Hayes is asking for 22 million. So Killian Hayes, you're gone, buddy. I'm not giving you that. So I'm just simply gonna bring back Monte Morris to a contract. Then I'll wait on James Wiseman and see if his asking price goes down. I mean, we could still keep Marvin Bagley, then move him to the center, but I'm still not going to do that. Probably just going to end up re-signing James Wiseman after his asking price goes down. We can still re-sign Alec Burks, but I have faith in Marcus Sasser, man. We honestly don't really need to do anything else with our team, really, but we only have 10 players in our team, so if in case if we don't bring back James Wiseman, I'm going to sign a center just in case. So, Plum God is here, Drew Eubanks, Will here and Gomez, Jermichael Green, Andres Harrell. I can live with the Nerlens Noel. We can bring him back to Detroit. That would be kind of nice. So yeah, I might go ahead and bring back. Did he ever play with Detroit? Or am I just Kevin here? Oh, he did play with Detroit last season off, so I could bring back Noel, even though he wasn't getting any minutes with us. But I am gonna bring him back on like a minimum contract if we don't bring back. I don't know if that'll push the needle for us really. But I might just bring him back though, because we need a backup center anyway. So Noel, I'll go and sign him to a minimum. Then James White, I'm gonna wait till day 12 to see if his asking price goes down. We're at day 12, and he's asking for 18 million now, which I can live with honestly giving him 18 million dollars. I mean, if we can lower it to like, no, he's not. He's probably not gonna agree to that. I'm gonna lower it as much as possible. I'm gonna go to 16 million for like 3 years or 2+1 with the player option. I mean, I don't know if he'll agree to this, so I'll just give him 18 million, 2+1. Why not? Welcome back to the team, James Wiseman. Instead of coming back on your $70 million qualifying off, I'm gonna give you a lot less money than that. It's kind of insane, but there's any other moves we could do to be on the last day of free agency? Not necessarily. So I think we should be fine. We can sign a backup small forward if we need to. We got Deshaun Tate. Deshaun Tate is our best get though. They got like a Terrence Davis. You can never go wrong with Terrence Davis. So welcome to the team, Terrence Davis. I'll go ahead and bring you in to like a nice contract. So Terrence Davis and James Wiseman will be our last day free agent signings W. So Isaiah Levers is also back in qualifying offers. So I could have just not bring him back, but it's fine. So player progression is looking absolutely amazing at first glance. Okay, Cunningham is up, J9 is up, Jalen Duren, James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart, Monte Morris, Marvin Bagley, Asar Thompson is up to a 90, 79, which is great. But I would love to have him go to like 82, 84, 83 next season. We'll see. Marcus Sasser, that's why I did not sign Alec Burks back. He's up to a 76, up 5. Xavier Booker. So all these guys are up, which is absolutely amazing to see. This is what 2K wants to play here. So our rotation right now is Kate Cunningham, Jay Nivey, Asar Thompson, Marvin Bagley the third, James Wiseman, Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Monte Morris, and Xavier Booker. So honestly, it's a pretty decent rotation, but I feel bad about these guys not getting minutes. But I'm not going to. So they want to have Marcus Sasser play over Monte Morris, like a bigger role, which I'm actually fine with. So but I'm not going to start Wiseman. I want him to come off the bench still. So Wiseman, I'm going to have come off the bench. We're still going to start Jalen Duren. And then our rotation is completely fine. I might stop at the deadline and actually trade Marvin Bagley because right now his value, let's see how his value is right now. So he's a 3-star. So he has 3-star trade value around the league, which is great. So I'm going to try and stop at the deadline and trade Marvin Bagley. Kate Cunningham actually mentor one of our guys here. So Kate Cunningham, I'm gonna have him go ahead, or am I doing it? No, I'm doing it the wrong way. So who I want to have mentored is actually Marcus Sasser. I want him to go ahead and be mentored by Kate Cunningham. So I'm gonna give him his best badges: volume shooter, comeback kid, and then like amp. Why not? So him mentor Marcus Sasser. Yes, we're gonna have him mentor Marcus Sasser now. Step at the deadline. Hopefully trade Marvin Bagley. We are gonna try and stop at the trade deadline. Right now we are 30-24 on the season. Like I said, I'm gonna try and trade Marvin Bagley. Don't know what his he is a 3-star value actually. We're gonna do him in the trade finder and see what pops up. So I'm leaning toward this one offer here from the Dallas Mavericks. I actually want Marvin Bagley. So if we go ahead and load up the trade finder, I want at least one first round pick if we can get that. So the Bucks want for Jose Alvarado. Don't really want Jose Alvarado, not what I'm looking for. Also the Cavs want him for Max Strus, definitely not what I'm looking for. I don't want to take on that contract either. So other teams are interested, like the I don't know who would really be interested in Marvin Bagley right now, but like I said, the Dallas Mavericks offer is really something to do. We get Brandon Goodwin and we get 226 pick swap or a top 3 protected first round pick, which I actually might do that. The other offer I had in mind was like the Suns, but they already have a lot of power forwards on the team at the moment that they have right now. So I'm gonna do that trade there with the Dallas Mavericks. They go ahead and get a decent power forward because they're starting Olivier Prosper, so they definitely really need it. So and hopefully he can find a bigger role there because I don't think he's liking it here. Yeah, I'm moving on to a next team this season. So he'll hopefully can find a bigger role here, and then we're going to send him over to Dallas for a first-round pick. So that should open up some minutes for our other guys as well. Yeah, Xavier Booker is getting 9 minutes now. W. So after that, our team is looking pretty nice here. This should work a lot better. Hopefully we can, we are a playoff team with a 5th seed. Let's improve that record to at least a top 3 seed, hopefully. Morant goes back-to-back Rookie of the Year. Isaiah Collier, 6th man, Damian Lillard, Defensive Player, Victor Wembanyama, Most Improved, Scoot Henderson, Coach of the Year is Quinn Snyder, and Brandon Harrison is your executive. NBA first team. Did our guys make NBA? No, they didn't. How about rookie? If you can find Xavier Booker, we get a Marcus Sasser, which he didn't get minutes last season, so he's technically a rookie, I guess. And no, we didn't get a Xavier Booker, which is sad. But we made the playoffs. We're the 5th, or we're the 4th seed. Got to play the Charlotte Hornets. So it's a young team versus a young team. 20 from Kate Cunningham. He's gonna have to be extended this offseason. 19.5 from Jaden Ivey. 13 from Jalen Duren. 13 from Marcus Sasser. 12 from Isaiah Stewart. 12 from Asar Thompson. 10 from James Wiseman. 7 for Monte Morris and 6 from Xavier Booker with 3 rebounds. We gotta play the Charlotte Hornets. So, Charlotte Hornets right now, they have a team built of LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Brandon Miller, Royce O'Neal is a strength power forward, and they also got Nick Richards. This team is actually not that good, to be honest. We can beat them. So, simulate current round against the Charlotte Hornets and tie it to a piece. We take 3-2 lead, and we are out of the first round. W. We gotta play the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Bogdanovich, not to even Chenzo, Jericho Sims, Kyle, and they got Omar, the ultimate prize. So they got a pretty good team, but can we beat them? Game 1, we take Game 2, Game 3, and Game 4. Or we don't sweep them yet, and we beat them in 5. So now we're gonna play the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got Garland, Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Klay Thompson, Kyle Anderson, Karis LeVert, Max Strus, Ty Jerome, Dean Wade, Corey Joseph, and Jordan Niang. Seem like this is one of the more harder teams, at least in 2K. So we're gonna simulate current round against them, and we had the real lead, but we choked. And the Cavaliers go on to win the NBA Finals, and the Cavaliers are going to win the NBA Finals. So it's a very good start. We made it to the conference finals. We got all those guys retiring, but here we go into the draft lottery here. I suppose I think we have a lottery pick. I'm not quite sure though. Yeah, we got pick 26 in the draft, which is not bad or good, actually. I mean, we can use this, definitely. I might actually use it instead of, yeah, I'm going to use the pick. I'll go ahead and draft another young rookie to this team. Why not? I mean, we really don't need to, but he can always be used inside of a trade. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Jaden Williams here to be out at least one center. So if somebody get fouls out or something, then I'll go ahead and draft KD and Cooper, and then that'll be my draft. So I'm going to accept both of these guys, and then Nate Sasser, I'll go and accept as well. So team and player options: Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, Monte Morris. I'm actually gonna accept that team option, and then Asar Thompson, then Marcus Sasser. So then if you look at our qualifying offers, we got Kate Cunningham and Isaiah Livers. I'm gonna extend that qualifying offer. So basically bringing everybody back. We're gonna run it back. Kate Cunningham's getting offered some 8 teams. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and pay him a bag now, but I think he has a qualifying offer, so we're gonna have to wait till moratorium is over. Then Isaiah Livers, we're gonna wait back. So after moratorium, they want me to announce Kate Cunningham, which is kind of stupid. Don't know why they're suggesting that. Just making sure he doesn't get any offers from other teams. I don't know why 2K is suggesting I should just renounce him, and yeah, he's getting off from the Los Angeles Clippers, which I'm going to go ahead and match that. I would love to give him a lot more money than that, but I guess it is what it is. We get him on a cheap contract. So, Kate Cunningham, we're going to match that, and then Isaiah Livers. I would love to give him a longer-term deal, but I'll wait till it's qualifying offer for him to come back. So, our team right now: Kate Cunningham, Monte Morris, Jaden Ivey, Marcus Sasser, Asar Thompson, Terrence Davis, Isaiah Stewart, Xavier Booker, Jalen Duren, and James Wiseman. Our team is completely fine. I don't know what else we need to upgrade. Like, our team is actually pretty fine right now, even without bringing back Isaiah Livers, but we could just do it just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the player progression here because there's not much more we need to do. We could sign in the small forward, but hopefully Xavier Booker could have a big development strike here. Ivy are up, Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, and Marcus Sasser is up to an 81 overall. So we honestly might take over a month. This is a good question here. How much does Marcus Sasser go up at the point guard? 83. So he's actually better than Monte Morris as an overall. I'm not saying he's better as a player, but he can be a better player eventually. So I'm gonna give it probably until the trade deadline, and we can honestly try and trade Monte Morris, move Marcus Sasser to the point guard. He's 6'1". I wouldn't say he's an ideal shooting guard. We can get like a taller one. That would actually kind of make sense here. So I'm not ruling that out, actually. We'll see. There's Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Xavier. They want to start Xavier Booker, which I'm actually going to do it here. I want him to develop as much as possible, even better than Stewart. We got Wiseman. I'm still going to start Duren. James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Monte Morris, then Terrence Davis. To the end of the season, we are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. Got to play the Boston Celtics. The Celtics: Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Robert Williams, Darius Bazley. So their bench is kind of bad after the Robert Williams. Their bench is not really standing out so far. I think we can beat them, to be honest. So going into our player stats, we got 22 from Kate Cunningham, 18 from Jaden Ivey, 15 from Asar Thompson, 13 from Marcus Sasser, 12.5 from Jalen Duren, 12 from Isaiah Stewart, 12.5 from Xavier Booker, and 10 from James Wiseman. That done, we gotta play the Celtics and simulate current round against them. And we got the 3-2 lead. Can we go ahead and just win? No, we're going to a game 7. Can we go ahead and force a game 7? If we probably lose, I might go ahead and trade Monte Morris, but he's not under contract next season, so it's probably bad. But here we go. A back-to-back scoring game, and it's looking like we are gonna pull it off. So we're advancing to the next season. 27 from next round. 27 from Xavier Booker, 27 from Kate Cunningham, 20 from Jaden Ivey, 19 from Marcus Sasser. So Marcus Sasser is really standing out here for one of the more underrated pickups in the offseason. So gotta play the Atlanta Hawks. Haven't had to deal with this team in the last couple of videos, but Trey and DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson grew. Like, this team is really not that good if you really think about it. On paper, they're trash. They have Usman Garuba and Jalen Johnson starting, which is not ideal. Simulate current round against them. Let's see what happened. We beat them in 4W. So now we're gonna play the Charlotte Hornets. We lost by them last time. They added Giannis. So somehow they added Giannis. Don't know how they got to do it, but simulate current round against the Hornets, and the Hornets are just they added Giannis. So I expected us to lose. So in this draft, we're gonna go and take BJ Davis, and we got back-to-back picks. I'm gonna go ahead and take Aaron Rowe here. So I'm gonna accept these. So I'm also gonna accept Jeremiah Green here, but going into our team and player options. So our comps, we're gonna accept James Wiseman, decline as player option. Marcus Sasser, we're gonna accept Xavier Booker. We're gonna accept. No point of accepting Dylan Mitchell. almost $20 million team option, 72 overall, as we play any minutes for us. Then Nate Sasser, we're also gonna we'll accept it, why not? So qualifying offers, we got Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey are both free agents. So this is gonna get expensive here. So Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, James Wiseman, Monte Morris, and Isaiah Livers are all free agents. So I'm definitely gonna bring back these two guys. The rest of the guys are kind of questionable. I mean, Wiseman we should bring back though. But I'm thinking we got a lot of money. We got a cap space. We can sign like a player. We can sign a pretty good player here. We got almost like $37 million right now. So I'm looking. We can sign for us just a little bit of money. We can sign like a decent small forward like Reddish. I also want to sign Dylan Brooks. Like Corey Kispert, Dalen Terry, even Josh Okogie, even Leonard Miller could be a great option. But no, he's asking for $30 million or $25 million. I'm not gonna give you that, my friend. But what I am going to do is I'm going to sign and trade Monte Morris. I'm going to give Monte Morris a pretty decent contract, and we're going to sign and trade him to a team that I think would want him. So we're signing and trading Monte Morris over to the Toronto Raptors for Gary Trent Jr. Reason being because we already have a pretty decent point guard in Marcus Sasser. We can move him there. I believe he's a shooting guard. I mean, a point guard in real life, but they asked me if he was a shooting guard. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and trade Monte Morris over to the Toronto Raptors for Gary Trent Jr. This could be a very, very good trade here. We can Gary Trent can play the two. Marcus Sasser can play the point guard. If you get what I'm saying here. I discussed it before. I think before we started the season. I don't know, but here we go. We're gonna try see what they say to this, and they counter. They want a first. They want 2 first-round picks. They'll give me Jaleel Duncan. I don't know if I can get to 2 first though. Let's say I'll give you 2 seconds instead. Okay. Now you're asking for too much now. We go ahead and accept it. Gary Trent is a very good role player. I think they're gonna want 2 first-round picks for him, but I'm gonna do it. I know it could be an overpay, but I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna do the trade here with them. Okay, we're just gonna go back though. Alright, so we're back here. I don't really want Jaleel Duncan, but sure, we're doing this trade with the Toronto Raptors to get Gary Trent Jr. I think that was a good trade here. We get Gary Trent. We're going to move Marcus Sasser to the point guard. He should actually go up. Or does Gary Trent go off the point guard? No, he doesn't. We're just going to keep him there. Then Marcus Sasser moves to the point guard. Goes up to an 84 overall. And he should go up even more during player progression. So our bench is pretty good right now. We got Marcus Sasser, Gary Trent Jr., got Terrence Davis, Xavier Booker, and now we need to re-sign Jalen Duren. So I'm re-signing Jalen Duren, also James Wiseman. So Duren, I'm going to give him a bag of a contract, about $26 million per 5 years. I'm going to give him that. $155 million. Welcome back to the team, Jalen Duren, and he signs. Okay, so James Wiseman is asking for $20 million. I mean, that's not too bad at the one right now because you really don't have the backup center. But one thing I am doing is I'm trading Nate Sasser so we can open up another roster spot. So, I mean, I wish I could just trade somebody and just not give up, and they not give me anything for them. So I'm going to send them over to, let's say it's the Utah Jazz. A second-round pick. We're sending it over to the Utah Jazz for, a second-round pick. Of which I can just send them over for nothing, but we're getting a second-round pick. I just wanted to open up a roster spot, so we had to trade Nate Sasser because I got somebody in mind. So right now we got about $11 million, which is kind of great, not going to lie. So the player I was talking about is still here. So we need an actual backup small forward because I don't know if I can rely on Terrence Davis. So we got Lou Dort, Cameron Reddish, Josh Green, Jay Sean Tate, TJ Warren, Lonnie Walker. But I'm going to go out and sign James Wiseman. I'm going to wait to sign a small forward because I don't really know if we really need to right now. I mean, we could, but I'm just going to wait until, so I am going to just wait till James Wiseman. Hopefully his asking price goes down just a little bit, so it will really, really come in handy. So we're going to kind of gamble on him again, but it should be fine. So we're going to go to day 12 and see what he's asking for, or day 11, day 12, to see what happens. So $18 million, I'll go ahead and give it to Wiseman. I'll give him about $19 million. $19.75 million for 4 years. We'll go ahead and add a team option at the end of that. So what do you say, Wiseman? And he does agree to re-sign with us. And his liver should come back to his qualifying offer. No, he doesn't. Wow, I thought he did have a qualifying offer. No, he didn't. So I kind of just thought there. But I'll just rely on Terrence Davis. I feel like there's no point really doing that right now. We opened up a roster spot, so I guess we could bring back Duren and Wiseman, or no, to bring back James Wiseman. So we paid all of our guys, and we should be fine going into player progression. So Kate Cunningham is up. Marcus Sasser is almost a higher overall than Jaden Ivey. Jalen Duren is up. Asar Thompson is up. James Wiseman is up. Xavier Xavier Booker's up, and also Jaden Williams and Jalen Duncan. Rotation is Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, James Wiseman, Marcus Asher. They want to start Wiseman still. I'm still going to start Duran. I'm not getting to that yet. Marcus Asher, James Wiseman, Gary Trent Jr., Xavier Booker, and Terrence Davis. That's the rotation. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I do not plan on stopping at the trade deadline. MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cameron Boozer, Six Men, Matt Buzelis, Victor Wembanyama is your Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, Ian Jackson. Coach of the Year is Monty Williams, NBA First Team, NBA Second Team, NBA third team. Here's all defense. Is that Derek Lively? Yeah, it is. All defensive first team, all defensive second team, all rookie first team, and all rookie second team. So now we are the first seed in the East. W. Okay, so we should be able to win a championship this year. I'm not quite sure. We got 22 from Cade Cunningham, 18 from Marcus Sasser. So he's turned into our second best scorer, along with Cade Cunningham. So I mean, that's very good. His potential is up high. Also 1 rebound and 6 assists as our point guard. He went from 3 assists to 6 assists as our starting point guard. So 16 from Jaden Ivey, 13 from Asar Thompson, 13 from Isaiah Stewart, 13 from Jalen Duran, 10 from Gary Trent Jr., 9 and 6 from James Wiseman, 8 from Xavier Booker, 3.5 from Terrence Davis, and 2 from Jaden Williams. So pretty good scoring all around this round one. So we got to play the Boston Celtics in the first round. I'm actually going to swing our rotation for this, for the playoffs. I'm going to go to a 9 rotation that does cut out Terrence Davis, which I am going to feel bad about because he's actually playing pretty good. He was playing pretty good in those couple of minutes he had, but he probably won't be extended this offseason, but we'll see what happens. Against the Boston Celtics, we do go ahead. They take a 3-2 lead. This is bad. We tie it up, though. And I was about to say it, bro, but we got to play the Charlotte Hornets now. LaMelo Ball, the MVP, Nick Smith, Brandon Miller, they got Giannis, now they added DeAndre Ayton, bro. Like, this is a super team already. Marvin Bagley, Kenyon Martin Jr., so they got Marvin Bagley, Kenyon Martin Jr., Aaron Bradshaw, Mo Wagner, Anthony Melton, Caleb Martin. Can Marvin Bagley get his revenge on us? No, probably not, but here we go. Simulate around against them, and we do win in 6. We beat Marvin Bagley, and he's probably kind of mad that we traded him because we're probably gonna go win NBA Finals, but we'll see what happens. He played with the Pacers, but Toronto now, they're the 7th seed. I believe they were a playing team. Yeah, they were. So we all know they got Monte Morris, Trey Johnson, Scotty Barnes, Miles Bridges, Jakob Poeltl, Nikola Vucevic, Grady Dick. They got James Harden, Christian Koloko, and Isaiah Wong. So will Gary Trent Jr. get his revenge now? Let's see what happens. Simulate her around, and we do go ahead and go to the NBA Finals. Now we got to play Oklahoma City. They got Shea Alexander, Josh Giddey, Isaiah Evan, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Clint Capella, Ronnie James, VJ, Dylan Duran, Darren Peterson, and DJ Palmer. So we should be able to beat this team, but you never know. We're kind of on a streak right now. Simulate current round. But let's see, how is Xavier Booker playing? Playing pretty good. So everybody's playing like they need to. I want to check out our 3-point shooting. How did we shoot? So how are we shooting in the playoff? Just making sure so we can know. So yeah, everybody's playing pretty good. That's why I got Gary Trent, second highest 3-point percentage. So we're all shooting pretty good. Anyway, Oklahoma City, see what happens, and we take the 3-0-1 lead. Can we go ahead and pull it off? Can we pull it off now? W. We won in 6. We got a championship to Detroit. So start off from the worst team in the NBA to a couple years later winning an NBA championship. With Finals MVP is Cade Cunningham, averaged 26.7 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, and 11.5 assists, shooting 47% from three and 55% from field goal, only averaging 1 turnover. So Cade Cunningham is obviously the point guard of the Pistons' future, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. This Pistons team has a bright future, and I think eventually they'll become one of the best teams in the NBA.